Hi, my name is Hafiz Muhammad Hasib and my student ID is 240257. Today the topic of my presentation is a comprehensive analysis of advanced persistent threats, phishing and ransomware in SecureTech solutions. First of all, I will discuss about the outline of the presentation, and it includes introduction and company overview, detailed analysis of advanced persistent threats called as APTS, and examination of phishing attacks, overview of ransomware incidents, common challenges in cyber defense, recommendation for enhancing a secure system, and at the end I will discuss about the conclusion. First of all, I'm going towards the company introduction. The company is a mid-sized technology firm based in Melbourne, Australia, known for providing innovative cloud services, cyber security threats, solutions, and IT consultancy. And despite its expertise in digital security, the company recently incurred a series of cyber attacks that exposed critical vulnerabilities. And the market focus is of companies on a client base. The firm serves a diverse range of clients and offering tailored ID solutions and strategic cybersecurity advisory. And the incident context is like a recent events including APT, phishing, and ransomware attacks have raised serious questions about the company's internal defense. The incident highlights a paradox: a security-focused firms experiencing significant breaches, and this scenario underscores the need for the continuous improvement in the secure tech systems and employee training. And now I'm going toward the discussion of the APTS, like advanced persistent threats. And advanced persistent threats represents long-term and convert campaign by highlighting skilled adversaries, and such as like a nation states or organized criminal groups. And these threats aim for stealthy infiltration to exfiltration sensitive information over extended period. And the core characteristics are of like a persistent and attacks remains in the network and detected for months, and steals using sophisticated techniques like spear phishing and zero-day exploits, minimizing detection. And lateral movement: once incident attacks navigate through the network using legitimate tools, a strategy often referred to as a living of the land and edge of the technology. And implications: the sustained and hidden nature of APTS means that even stable for vulnerabilities, if any kind of the cyber attacks happened, and that is unaddressed, can be exploited to cause significant long-term damage and organizational structure disturbs and its reputation. So we will discuss and we will all the things, different types of the cyber attacks, and then it's a solution and it's a recommendations. Identification of vulnerabilities: secure tech solutions defends what compromised due to several vulnerabilities, and such as the unpatched system, and outdated software, and unpatched servers provide additional entry points. Flat network architecture, lack of segmentation enable attacks to move literally with ease, and the breach, it resulted in the unauthorized access and potential exfiltration of sensitive property information. This not only enhanced client data but also disrupted business operations, like requiring extensive remediations and efforts. And the like reputational and regulatory re, re, repercussions are the prolonged presence of APT lead to a significant reputational damage and raised concerns among clients and regulatory bodies. So now firstly, the first type of the cyber attack I'm going to discuss is the phishing attacks. And firstly we should know what is the phishing. Okay, And phishing is a cybercrime in which scammers try to lure you into giving up your personal information, like your name, your father name, your address, and by impersonating a trusted source, and by like a source, like can be a text message, can be emails, can be phone calls. And the so phishing is a cyber attack method involved deceptive communications, typically via email, to trick recipients into providing confidential information like your name, as I explained earlier, your address, and your like a father name, like this, such as a password or financial details as well. And mechanism and techniques involve the social engineering, and attacks exploits human trust by mimicking legitimate source to create urgency or fear. And technical deception, use of spoofed email address and near identical web pages confuses recipients, making it hard to discern authenticity, because you cannot understand that it's a like official page of like any firms or not. And maybe this page is created by the hackers. And the prevalence and challenges: phishing remains one of the most common cyber threat due to its low cost and high success rate. Its success rate is very high, because when they show you your personal information, and after that you will be trust on the on a phone caller, and you will give you more personal information like any kind of password and any kind of code received on your phone. And during this reason its success rate is very high. The widespread occurrence is a testament to its vulnerability of human factors in cybersecurity. Okay, so the description of phishing, you can say at SecureTech Solutions, attackers deployed a sophisticated phishing campaign. So they start the employees received an email that appeared to be from the IT department, using them to update your password through a link that led to a mm, counterfeit login page. Maybe like I'm giving you an example, you will receive like a message from your like a bank, from your any kind of firm. So there's a link, and they will write that you have to change your login ID and password to secure your account. After, when you will click on it, it means that you will be stuck in the net of the hackers. So exploit process, a credential harvesting. Once employees enter their credential, hackers after they employee add their like credentials, hackers gained unauthorized access to internal systems. So when you will you allow them, there is kind of sudo like a email address, like a sudo, you can say it's a link. So when you will enter your credentials, so they will automatically get the access, your internal access. And internal separate the compromised account was used to send additional phishing emails, amplifying the threat and increasing exposure. And in result, the breach lead to significant operational disruption and exposed sensitive communications. The case underscore the effectiveness of phishing when employee vigilance is low, and illustrate the critical need for enhanced verification protocols and multi-factor authentication to prevent such incidents. So now the next type is ransomware. So first of all, I will give you the overview of the ransomware. What is ransomware? Ransomware is the you can say it's a malicious software that encrypts files and systems, demanding payment for encryption. And it disrupts normal operation and can lead to significant financial losses. And the different tactics used by the hackers nowadays to to create a different like a kind of fraudulent activities. And now I'm going to discuss about the some of the tricks. And the double extortion, some ransomware variants exfiltrate data before encryption, and threatening to release sensitive information if the ransom is not paid. And the second one is the entry mechanism, often delivered via malicious emails, attachments, or compromised websites. Like a ransomware exploits system the vulnerabilities and human error. So now we will discuss why the ransomware is successful. What is the cause? What is the reason behind this? So the urgency created data inaccessibility forces many organizations to consider paying the ransoms, and even when no payment is made, the disruption can cause lasting damage, and emphasizing the necessary files and comprehensive backup and recovery plans. So now we will discuss about the effects of ransomware on SecureTech solutions. Operational disruption, the ransomware attack at SecureTech solutions lead to the encryption of key files, servers and backup systems, causing severe operational downtime, disruption, halted critical business process and delayed client services. And the financial consequences are lead to the recovery efforts involved like a significant cost, including system like a restoration, potential ransomware payments, and investment in new security measures. The financial impact extend beyond immediate losses, affecting long-term profitability. And what is the reputational damage? The reputational damage is like a client and stakeholder cost, confidence in SecureTech ability to safeguard sensitive data, and incident not only affect current operation but also threaten the future business opportunities, and different demonstration like that even cybersecurity focused firms and vulnerability without client systems, and security threats and different places, and on different kind of the like a coding and websites are used for this purpose, and attachments, especially the attachment inside emails. So now the common challenges in preventing cyber attacks. Now we will discuss what is the common challenges. So the firstly is the technological barriers. So evolving threats, cyber attacks consistently develop new methods, including zero-day exploits that outpace traditional defense, and a legacy system, older technologies, and inadequate patch management can create exploitable weaknesses. So these are some weaknesses, the flaws and gaps that are used by the attackers, and by using this, they they use different tactics techniques. So to do a cyber attack, and the organization obstacles, and the in organization obstacles we can say is the inadequate investment, like a limited budget and resources often result in underdeveloped cybersecurity infrastructures, and the gap in the policy, the lack of updated incident response protocol, and clear like a cybersecurity policies hampers rapid threat detection and remediation. And at the end I will discuss about the human factor. What is the human factor? It's a, first of all, it's a, like you can say, it's a social engineering. Employees are often the weakest link, which insufficient training making the susceptibility to phishing and other manipulative tactics. And the awareness of defects, continuous education is required. So you have to aware your employee, your every person. So for that purpose, continuous education is required to keep pace with evolving threats. So at the end, I will give the different recommendations. So the first recommendations is like a zero trust architecture and multi-factor authentication, like you can say it's MFA. So network segmentation, implement strict control to divide the network into smaller secure zones. You have to divide your system into like a smaller pot, like a small pot, like a different blocks, and you have to secure different blocks with that, you can see the secure zones, and limiting lateral movement by attackers. When you will divide the system in like divided into smaller networks, then it would be difficult for the hackers to hack the complete systems. And a continuous verification regulatory validate the identity and integrity of every user and device assessing the network. So when everyone is going to assess your network, you have to take the complete identification, complete information of the user. And the a multi-factor authentication is a enhanced security. MFA adds a crucial layer by requiring additional verification methods beyond password, significantly reducing the risk of credential compromises. And implementing a different strategies, like you can say the MFA on all critical systems and for all high privileges accounts to ensure robust access control. And after that you will get the benefits. The benefits include the dual approach, minimizing the risk of the unauthorized access, and greatly enhance the security of the system, making it harder for attackers to gain and maintain entry into the network. So when the entry of the hackers will be difficult, so it would definitely, your system would be secure. So the second recommendation is a very important part: enhancing security training and proactive threat hunting. In security training, ongoing education, you have to educate your employees, like implementing regular role-specific training programs and simulated phishing exercises to improve employee awareness and response to cyber attacks. First of all, when your employee will be educated, then it would definitely be detect the cyber attacks. So clear reporting, establish clear protocols for reporting suspicious activities, and use enhanced monitoring tools and analysis to identify the abnormal behavior as it happens. And commitment to routine conduct threats hunt to assess the possible threats that may exist and counter them before they are exploited. So now the last part is a conclusion, the key takeaways and financial thoughts, and the summary of a threats. Now we are going to discuss about the to put in a nutshell, you can say extensive persistent attack that exploit system vulnerabilities, and phishing, the social engineering techniques that leverage human error to compromise security, and the ransomware, disruptive malware and that encrypts data and demands ransom for decryption. And the strategic improvement, a holistic multi-layer security protocol is required. So it's a very important part. The multi-layer security protocol and technique is very important if you want to secure your system. And it should be a short of zero trust, MFA, proactive training, a killer incident response, a frame network, and identify messages. Final messages. And the final messages, it's according to a SecureTech solutions exercises, security centric organizations to protect their network and reiterate their defense further and further by implementing those recommendations, resilience and proactive of financial assets, and made it a challenging and threats landscapes. So these are the references, all the things, all the content I have discussed in the presentation. In the last slide, the references are given. That's all. Thank you so much.